Welcome, everybody, to day 3 of the 3-day menopause kickstart. We have already covered 2 of the most powerful ways that you can support your hormones. So, what you eat and how you hydrate. And speaking of hydrate, how did you do with your water intake yesterday? Let me know in the chat. And remember, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for little steps forward in the right direction. Okay, so even if you added just another 1 or 2 glasses of water, that is perfect. Okay. So today we're tackling something just as important but often overlooked, and that's stress. Now, when I say stress, you might immediately think of like the obvious ones, right? Like work deadlines or family responsibilities or financial worries. But there's another type of stress that's just as harmful, the hidden daily stressors that quietly drain you, keeping your body in a constant state of survival mode. Okay. And these are the ones that we don't even know are there. We don't really feel them, but they're there. They're like a silent stress. Okay. So, have you ever had a day where you didn't do anything particularly stressful, but by the evening, you're completely exhausted? Or maybe you wake up already feeling drained, like you never fully rested. That's a sign your body is dealing with more stress than you realize. And they don't call stress, like diabetes a silent killer because stress can kill. It really can, unfortunately. So today we're going to uncover the hidden stressors in your daily life and more importantly, simple ways to lower your stress load without adding more to your plate. Because remember, we talked about this during this kickstart. Stress in menopause makes our symptoms worse. And so the obvious stresses that we already know about make it worse, but the hidden ones are really what's impacting us. Okay, so before menopause, your ovaries handled most of our hormone production. But now that responsibility shifts to your adrenal glands, which are the same glands that handle stress. So now they're going to be overloaded. Okay, so the problem, if your adrenal glands are constantly managing stress, they prioritize survival over hormone balance. Okay, so that means more cortisol, the stress hormone, which is increased belly fat, cravings, and energy crashes. Blood sugar swings, making you feel exhausted, irritable, and constantly hungry. Disrupted sleep, leaving you wired at night but drained in the morning. And increased inflammation, leading to more joint pain, brain fog, hello, and hot flashes. I mean, inflammation is like the root of a lot of our illnesses anyway, not just menopause. So we want to reduce that. So this is why stress management isn't just about relaxing. It's about giving your body the breathing room it needs to function properly. Okay, so what can we do? Stress isn't just mental or emotional. It can show up in ways you wouldn't expect. So let's break it down into 4 categories. And you have a workbook today. It's in your email. I've also attached it in the chat. It goes in depth and it actually has a little more like a little assessment. And I also have a freebie that's an assessment that I'll put the link in for you to sign up for. So let's look at emotional stress. This is overthinking, anxiety, self-criticism, feeling like you're never doing enough. Okay. Then there's physical stress, poor sleep, blood sugar crashes, over exercising, that inflammation that we really can't see. Environmental stress. There's toxins in our food and products, so don't get me started on that. I'm an environmental toxin person. Blue light exposure from all the screen time that we have. And of course, processed foods or ultra processed foods for sure. And mental load stress, the never-ending to-do list, decision fatigue, and being the fixer for everyone. Okay. Many of us aren't just dealing with one thing. We're carrying stress from multiple categories of the ones that I just listed every single day. Okay. We're dealing with one or more of all of those. Okay. So let's take a moment to think about your own life. Where is stress showing up for you? Grab your worksheet and check off the stressors that apply to you Okay. And I'm sure there's going to be quite a few because I know there were for me. But awareness is the first step to change. Okay. So you can do that now or you can do that later. It's not a very long list. I have a lot longer assessment that it's not that long, but it's longer than this. So let's look at some small shifts that you can do to reduce stress without having to overhaul your life, okay? Because we all don't have time for that. So, what can you do about it? The good news is you don't need to eliminate all stress to feel better. Just lowering your stress load in one or two areas can make a huge difference. Okay, so for instance, for emotional stress, try deep breathing. Okay, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8. It instantly calms your nervous system, and you can do that a few times. There's even apps that have that, the breathing exercises, but you can just do that whenever you're feeling it. For physical stress, you want to prioritize protein in the morning to stabilize your blood sugar and prevent energy crashes. We talked about that on day 1, right? With the protein, need to eat within 30 minutes of getting up, especially menopause. Not eating is just going to cause so many more problems for menopause. For environmental stress, you want to swap out the plastic water bottles for glass. I use stainless steel right here. And reduce blue light before bed, meaning screen time, TV, okay? And eat more whole, unprocessed food or minimally processed food, okay? Try and eat it in its natural format. And then for the mental load, stress. Start a 5-minute brain dump practice before bed to clear your head and reduce the overwhelm. Okay. So it's a way of, we have so many things going on in our head. So just brain dump everything. Doesn't need to be in order, doesn't need to be organized. Just put everything down because then it kind of alleviates your mind from having to worry about it. And then it's going to help you with your sleep. Okay. So remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even one small shift can help your body feel safer, which means fewer symptoms and more energy. Okay. So now I want to take a moment and look. I need you to look at your worksheet. Okay. And there's one final question. What's one thing you can work on to counteract your current stress levels? All right. Think about it. I know it takes me time to process things, to write stuff down, so you don't have to write anything down right now, but just think about it. Okay, it doesn't have to be a huge change. Maybe it's setting a reminder to drink water, turning off screens 30 minutes before bed, or taking 3 deep breaths before responding to stressful situations. Like an email that you didn't like or something like that. Like, yeah, breathe first, okay? So whatever it is, write it down and commit to starting today. And remember, it can just be one small thing. We don't want to change everything at once because what happens is we try to change everything, we fail, we think it's all or nothing, and then we stop doing everything new. Okay, so you want to start with one little thing and keep doing it till it becomes a habit. And that's where, I'm a habit coach. So that's how I help my clients. Okay, so if today's session made you realize just how much stress is impacting your body, imagine what can happen if you had the right tools and support to keep your hormones balanced, not just for a few days, but long term. And that's exactly what I help women inside my coaching program do. Okay, so listen, what I've shared with you today and over these 3 days is definitely going to benefit you. These are things that you can take now and start. These are what I get my clients starting off with as soon as we start working together so that they see some improvement right away. Okay, and so they're definitely going to benefit you what you've learned these last 3 days. And you're going to start seeing small results just from implementing these basics. But maybe you'll feel a little less overwhelmed, a bit more in control, or notice some energy shifting. But here's the thing. I know that in the big picture, what you really want is more than just small changes, right? No, I do. You want consistent energy to get through the day without feeling drained. You want to feel comfortable and confident in your body again without second guessing every bite of food. You want to sleep soundly, wake up refreshed, and not feel like your hormones are running the show. You want to feel like yourself again. And this is why I do the work that I do. I am so passionate about this because I believe deeply that this is possible for you. You don't have to accept the message that you just have to suck it up and deal with it if that's something like your doctor has told you. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, frustrated, or unheard. That's not okay. And I'm here to tell you that's not acceptable. The truth is, what we covered here is just the start. If you're really ready for lasting change, if you want to move beyond quick fixes and finally feel in control of your health, that's where my menopause mastery method comes in. In this program, we don't just manage symptoms, we get to the root causes of what's going on in your body. We create a personalized plan for your unique needs because menopause isn't one size fits all. And you'll get ongoing support, not just information. So you're never left wondering, what do I do now? Okay. This is a path to the outcomes you really want. You want to balance your hormones that work with you, not against you. You want to get them to where they're, not causing you severe symptoms. A calm mind and steady energy and a body that feels strong and nourished. The confidence to know exactly what your body needs and the freedom to enjoy life without obsessing over every detail, right? So if that's what you're ready for, then let's do this together because you deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve more than just surviving menopause. You deserve to thrive. And that's exactly what we focus on inside the Menopause Mastery Method. We begin with hope because I've seen the frustration in my clients' eyes when they tell me they don't recognize themselves anymore. That woman in the mirror feels like a stranger, and you might be wondering if you'll ever feel like you again. Maybe you've been told that menopause is just something that you have to suffer through, but that's not the truth. You can feel better. Your symptoms aren't something you just have to endure. This is where you start believing in possibilities again, knowing that small, intentional changes can help you take back control of your body and your life. Then next, the Nourish pillar. So I have 5 pillars in my program. The Nourish pillar is where we transform that hope into real lasting change. You don't need another diet or a list of foods to avoid. You need a way of eating that actually supports your body. No more lying awake at night wondering why you feel out of control despite doing all the right things. Instead, you'll finally understand how to fuel yourself in a way that works with your hormones, not against them. We'll cut through the confusion and start making simple, effective shifts that help you feel good in your body again. Through Restore, we tackle one of the biggest reasons women stay stuck. Stress. Like we just talked about today, I actually have an entire pillar devoted to this. If stress is running the show, nothing else works the way it should, like diet and exercise. You could be doing all the right things, eating all the right things and exercise, but if your stress level is high, that's not doing your body any good, and that's why you still have symptoms, okay? It's not just mental, it's physical too. High stress can make symptoms like hot flashes and mood swings and exhaustion even worse. You might feel drained no matter how much coffee you drink, like your body is working against you. And even if you're eating well and doing all, like I said, the right things, your body won't respond the way it should if stress is constantly in overdrive. You're so used to taking care of everyone else, but who's taking care of you? This is where we focus on lowering your stress baseline and creating simple, doable strategies to restore your energy, improve your sleep, and bring back emotional balance. Because you deserve to feel like yourself again, not just someone struggling to get through the day. My optimized pillar ensures that life doesn't get in the way of your progress. I get it. You're busy and you don't have time to overhaul your whole life just to feel better. The good news? You don't have to. This is where we make everything fit into your lifestyle. So you're not stuck cooking elaborate meals or stressing over every food choice. Whether you're grabbing something on the go, traveling, or dining out, you'll know exactly how to make simple adjustments that work for you. These aren't drastic changes, they're small strategic improvements that make it easier to support your body without disrupting your routine. Because taking care of yourself should feel easy, not like another thing on your to-do list. And finally, my last pillar is thrive. Everything comes together, feeling better, and it becomes second nature. Remember how vibrant and confident you used to feel? That woman isn't gone. She's still you, and she's ready to emerge even stronger. This is where menopause stops feeling like something you have to manage and starts becoming a phase of life where you're truly thriving. You wake up with energy, feel strong in your body, and confidently know what works for you. Because this isn't just about getting through menopause, it's about stepping into your next chapter, feeling strong, vibrant, and completely in control. So before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway from these 3 days. What surprised you? What seemed most doable? Share it in the comments, in the chat, okay? And I just want to thank you for showing up for yourself these past 3 days. Remember, this is just the beginning of your journey to better hormone health. If you're ready to take the next step and create lasting change with personalized support, I invite you to learn more about the Menopause Mastery Method. Together, we can transform your menopause and experience from enduring to thriving. So I want to thank you all again for joining me. Again, reach out if you have any questions, and thank you.